Hello everybody and welcome to a new game on the channel, Medieval Blacksmith. I've been playing this game for a little bit already and so far it is quite underrated from what I've seen. It's an early access on Steam and actually quite enjoyable and fun to play, with a lot of decent things that have been added in already, and in the Discord the devs are highly active as well. So without further ado, let's get into the game. So we're not going to play the tutorial and we're not going to do the prologue, so we're going to select our gender and our name. So our name is going to be Rampaging, and we will begin to get into the game. Our eventual idea is to get our shop looking from this all the way through to this. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge as it will take quite a lot of money, but let's get into the episode. So here we are in our shop. We have Kraton rating for us, so we're going to find out what he won. And as you may have noticed, we start with 25,000 gold. Now that is a bit of a trick, as soon we'll have someone come in who'll be taking 20,000 gold out of that as rent for the shop itself, and you can definitely tell he's not exactly fully with it, but let's get on with it. What I'm going to try and do with this run is not buy any ore at all. Instead we have to go out and mine and use what we have from that mine. But let's get through his conversation and then we will go and get to the mine and get lots and lots of ore to smelt down and make weapons from. Lovely. So here we are, let's go out and head towards the mines, get all that gold. Well, there is golden ore, but there's a lot of different types of ore. You do have copper, iron, silver, gold, sealer, canker. There's a lot of different types, including alloys of different ores to get better results from things. So those boulders here are coal, so they're easier to get. We just open this chest up and chuck it all in, and rinse and repeat. I am a dwarf and I'm digging. There. Right, so next area we're going to be mining out some ores. So I found that little spot, and I found this little spot here has a lot of the more difficult ores to make, and here we have some gorilla ore. It's one of the green ones, there's two, the other one I believe is Moraka. Yeah, I've been playing this game a little bit off stream and off camera. I think I have a problem. And of course it's the last piece. So here we are, some gorilla, and there's another, looks like a bit of seraphor. Now all of these ores here you can have in a combination of the copper, iron, gold, silver, canker and sealer ores. Now obviously there are some differences, as sealer and canker don't actually exist, but you can mix various different ones together, similar to real life, to create different alloys. Like steel I believe is iron infused with a lot more carbon, which can actually be done through coal forging, as that naturally introduces coal into the iron billets themselves. Now here's our copper deposit. It's extremely rare to get anything other than copper here, so don't expect anything decent. So we will be mining this little area out. Now at the moment we can only hold 5 bits of each ore. So that's 5 iron, 5 copper, gold, silver, all of the others. So that is our main limitation at the moment. Here is our iron ore. And sometimes you can get Yadhira, which is a lot more durable and a lot more of a bitch to work with, as it very slowly goes up with each hit as you forge it. And I spend way too much time on that. There we go, that's all the iron ore we need. Now we're going to go down to the last area, which for me is the better one, as you can not only get canker, but you can also get gold, even Mareka, which is infused with gold, as well as Loha. So this is where the real money comes in. It is just down here, around this corner. So those red nodules, they are canker. So just like this one. And obviously gold is gold. But Loha is purple. And personally, I prefer purple design. Oh look, that's Brianna. That's the bitch that's going to be stealing our money. And I hope you'll all follow in my disdain for her. She's a brilliantly written character, and the perfect person for you to just hate and want to take one of your brand new shiny blades and test it out on. I'm sorry, did that sound like... did that come out loud? So, we are going to head back to the shop, pay the bit trough, and we will have 5,000 gold that we can start up there, that we can start off working with. So I think the first things we'll get is more sell points and more weapon saving areas, as well as the quenching tank. The quenching tank would be the most highest priority. Speaking of, we need to get some bits. This guy sells the ores, but he also says wood that we can't get any other way. So we'll be buying the wood and the coal. They're going very Spartan at the moment. And let's go sort this out. And as you can see, she is awful. Perfect to hate. Why is there no weapons in the store? Maybe because I've not started making any. You expect a blacksmith store with nothing the day before to have a fully stocked store. And I've just realised we are in the wrong area. This is all of the building upgrades. So at the moment there isn't really much that we need. So we are going to come out and leave. Another thing that we can get is potions, as well as indentured helpers. Let's call them, for family friendly things. This is where we can get the quenching tank, as well as tool upgrades. Well, tool upgrades. What do I actually mean? Here we go. So kind of like decorations. Is that alright? And so we could get a lathe, but at the moment it doesn't really do anything in terms of benefiting the design of the weapon. So I'm not going to bother for a little while. Not until we just start making weapons for the looks of them. Now, let's design our first blade. It's going to be fairly simple. We're going to make it a dagger. Now, that guard, I found is very easy on the amount of material it takes. So you can make a lot more of them out of the same amount. And the point, the stabby stab. So we're going to save it so that we can just do a one click and join it. And basic dagger, not daddy. Jeez. And there we are. We can get started on making our dagger. Now, this is all tutorial things. All things that I'll be explaining through. Here is our forge. We need to add coal to it, which we don't have much of. Well, we better get to work. So I think we are going to go ahead and buy some coal, as it's not an ore, it's a workhouse consumable. So we can't do any of the smithing of the actual ore without coal, and without coal we are screwed. So reset that weapon design. So yeah, let's go get that coal. And I think I forgot the quenching tank. So let's trade. And we do have enough for the tank. Excellent. The tank is mine. All mine. And now we're going to go get our coal. So we can only afford 700 units of coal, but that should do for a little bit. So as you can see, the maximum is 2,000 units. Now we can finally start on making our first dagger. So this is the weaponsmith's handbook. This gives the details for all of the lengths and individual component lengths for weapons, the smelting points and density of different ores, as well as at the very back a guide on how to make said ores, which we will be getting to in the future. But right now it's just a lot easier to pick up the ore, to mine out the ore. So now we'll put them in here. That's at 1200. Now you can leave the furnace open a little bit like this, so you lose only a small amount of heat, as well as you can take it out immediately when it turns to liquid like that. So we just hover it over there and pour it all in. Now another trick you can do is switch to something else, and you'll be able to keep it at that heat in that state without having to put it down, reheat it, worry about it losing quality from the heat as well. So it's all more beneficial and just a lot easier. Then we put the pommel here. Then we make our guard. Now every single hit right now is me doing it manually. So each hit is a click. And it gets very tiring on the fingers. But there is a skill we can unlock called auto hammering, where you just press R and it will do all this automatically. You'll still have to make sure you switch over to the next segment in time before ruining it, but it just makes things so much easier. But we shall go ahead and finish off to the next step of this weapon, and we will be back soon. So we've made a bunch of things, getting ready to... Ooh, a neighbor. Let's see what you want. Ah, so you wanted to use a grindstone for free. I'm a business. I need to make money. You don't get shit for free anymore. Come, stay still so I can take your weapon. There we go. So this is really just an introduction into how to grind out a weapon. And it's the easiest thing to get to 100%. Because it's literally just sat there and move the mouse side to side. Press the right mouse button to flip the side over. And repeat the process on the other side. That's all done. Little bit of easy money. There we go. Now, where was I? Oh yes, more stuff to do. Yay. We'll be back in just a moment once we're ready for the fit and finish. So here we are. We've got a lot of stuff made. The last of our copper has been used, so if you want to store stuff, you can put it in that chest right there. And our blades are currently at quenching temperature, or a little bit too hot. So you literally just move the mouse down and pull it out when it reaches 99. So need 3 bits of wood. So we go cutty, and as you can see, we use A and D to move the A and D to move the wood side to side. Then move the mouse back and forward to actually cut it whilst pressing the left mouse button. So we are going to get the last couple of bits of wood cut out. And here we go. Put that on there. Press E on the table. And literally just click with the mouse button. It's easy and simple, but can be sometimes frustrating when you get it to 99% and you can't come away. And you have to make it worse in order to finish. But we've got 98 all across the board there. And we have built our first weapon design, just got to sharpen it and sell it. So here's the sharpeny sharp. And the other side. Grindstone go brrrr. So now we can adjust the price. I normally set it to 31% as that gives us a little bit extra reputation for each weapon that's sold. And it makes advancing through those skills a lot easier. So let's put those copper pieces back up. Another thing... Ooh. So it looks like we have Adelia waiting at the shop for us. Let's go find out what she wants. So let's see if we can help you. Someone's following you and you don't know who it is. And it's also based on gut instinct. And you want a free dagger. That will be nice. Let's see what happens. Actually, I think we have one ready for her to have. So remember our first dagger we made? Tell your friends. You know where to come. Let them come to my shop and buy all the daggers I have and make. Now we are going to get on with filling our shelves, and we will be back in just a moment. So here we are. This is our 4th copper dagger that we've made, well technically 5th, and we're already at masterwork quality. So this is something that everybody can do. Now we are going to take a look at our skills, And if you remember earlier, we said about auto hammering. It's 75 points, but it is 100% worth it and a complete mouse saver. So now we have that. The sun's coming down, so it's unlikely we're going to be getting any customers come through. And we can't do anything with that, so we're going to start making even more weapons in a different ore type. So, once we've got all that sorted, we are going to make them out of Serath ore, which is a slightly more dense material, and will take longer for the blades to actually forge out themselves. So we shall be back in just a moment, once we have done everything and ready to end the night. And here we have it, the message that the sun is going down and we're not going to be getting any more customers. This is the perfect point to start doing all of your blade designs and building all of the next weapons. So here's our last weapon of the night and our last bit for today. This has been Medieval Blacksmith. I hope you all have enjoyed the episode today, and if you have, let me know by leaving a like and leaving a random comment down below. And if it is liked well enough, we'll do a full playthrough of the main story and design our own custom weapons as well. But I have been Rampaging Dwarf. I hope you've all enjoyed. Thank you very much and have a beautiful time. Bye bye.